Everything.
Okay.
Hey, you ready to open the door? You ready? It's the first time you go open the door to your brand new house. yeah. Open it up.
All right. Here we go. Yay! What do you think? It's home.
Are you excited? Are you excited as we are? Are you excited? Just scope it out. Make sure you like it.
Not too bad if you don't.
Yeah. May 21st, 2025. We just closed on the house. I've got John bringing the dozer here right now. We're going to go ahead and cut a trail coming through here. Cut a road in to get back to the back. We got Tim coming to go ahead and start logging. There is some old timber here, and I mean old. It needs to be cut. We got some places we're going to clear out and have pasture made anyways to run the animals. So, and we're going to come in on the left side of this creek. Cut the road in through here. Got to put a culvert right here. There's a little cut running over to a drainage over there. We're going to go straight up through here. I don't know how well you can see that, but there's an old road runs up through there, straight up through there. We're going to go up the left side of this gully all the way back, and it opens up. Well, I say opens up, it's growed up, but back in the back we're going to clear out an area back in the back, and then later we're going to come over here and cross right there, go up the right side of the gully and do some clearing on that side and open the pasture up. And this gully's pretty bad. I mean, it's nothing down here, but you'll see when we get back in there, it's bad. And they say once they're this bad, you can't fix them, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna try and fix it. I think we can do it. Because if we can fix it, we can regain a lot of land. We're going to try regardless. It'll be fun to do it and just try it out. See what happens. There's our tiny tugger. That's what we get the dozer back in all these tight hollers and hard places to get. We're at what's going to be the first log yard. The road just kind of comes up in there. I haven't scraped the dirt yet, just pushing trees out of the way. And I've already started clearing and opening this up. But up in there, there's a little valley that comes down right there. We're going to try and turn the water a little bit and make it go back in the back. Open this up so this will get some sunlight and dry out. But this ought to be room enough to get a log truck in here, turn around and get loaded. So we'll get a shot after we get all this cleaned up. Here's the first log yard. House is that way. Into the property is that. Matter of fact, you can see the. Yeah, if you can see that clearing right there, that's the fence between us and the neighbor farm. But got all this cleared out so we can. This will be the first place where he drops the logs, saws them up, and loads the trucks. And I think I'm going to try and cut a road going up through this holler. There's a little draw right here. I'm going to try and cut a road that goes up to the top of this hill. Because there's a, looking at the contour map, it looks like there's a pretty good area up there I can clear out. So I'm going to try and cut a road up through there. I think I got this water diverted. this little draw that comes down through here, all this water used to come down here, and there's a ditch cut all the way down through here, and then it fanned out there. So I've got all that filled this in, and then cut this little diversion here. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. I'm hoping to turn this water, just let it go down that way and go to that next flat so it'll fan out and won't erode, and that'll keep all this area dry. Every time we get a rain, you know, it'll just come down through here, spread out there, keep all this dry. So and I've done poked the dozer up through here just so I could kind of see, and I think we can get a road up through here. There are some big trees I'll have to go around, but I think we can do it. All right, we'll see if we can make it up top. Made it to the top. I haven't really cut the road in. I just kind of knocked the brush back just enough to get the dozer up through here and see where we wanted the road. We've got a property line fence that runs down this way. I'd like to have a road all the way around the perimeter fence. Just so you can check your fence, and it keeps the road out of the middle of the property, out on the edges, so we can cross fence it with hot wire to run the animals through the woods. But we made it up to the top. And those contour lines I was talking about seeing on the map, you can see how it flattens out up here. And there's another internal fence on the property here. So I would say, looking at the size of some of those poplars, I mean 20 years ago or more, probably 20-ish, all this was clear all throughout there, and they use this for pasture. And you can see all these trees here, see how they lean in, and all this is clear. The trees are leaning in to get that sunlight. But we'll cut this fence and bring our road in right here and start clearing this hilltop off. I'm gonna see if I can set the camera up and get this, but these two trees right here have got to go. They're dead. And then we've got a blown out top on this one laying over here, so I can't push these two trees that way because they're going to hit that top, and it's going to break they're going to hit the top of that tree, that poplar. And the top of these are going to break off and fall this way back onto the dozer. And I've got that cage on it, but still, I mean, if they land right, they can do some serious damage. So Well, it's January 16th, 2026. The last video I took, I was right here, just came up that road and was fixing to come between some sassafras trees here and cross a fence up there. There's been a lot of work go down right here. Tim's here. You can see we logged this hill. Down there's the first log yard. There's a road that comes around and comes up right here. And I've cleared up here, the top of this hill where I was talking about on the map. You can see contour lines that look like a decent flatter area up here to make a pasture. See, right here's where the fence was. It's running right through here that I crossed over in the video. All this is just completely wooded. And I think I said in the last video, I thought it was about 25 years of growth, 20 to 25, and I found out it was dead on 25 years. I found the original owners to the property, and they sold it in, I believe it was 04 they said, and then it was untouched since 04. Right now up here, I think we've got, see it goes way on over there. I think I've got about, I'd say roughly 6-7 acres opened up right now. I think I'm going to open some more of this up. It kind of drops off steep. Right there, it kind of drops off a little steep, but pretty good amount of this ain't too bad. And over there on that side, it's not too bad. So get a tractor and a bush hog on it without too many worries. I mean, I get a tractor and bush hog at some pretty steep stuff, but I also don't want it so steep that when cows walk on it when it's soft, it ruts it up and tears it up real bad and just erodes, and you know how cow paths get. So, and over there's a road that follows along the ridge line and then curls back around down to the road and runs back to the house, which is over the hill down on the bottom of the holler. And I intended on videoing everything we did here, and I've just been extremely busy. I wish I'd have got more, but I'm gonna try and get more, because 20 years from now I'm gonna enjoy having all this on video. I need to go down the bottom and video some of that too. I've got pictures of it, but I don't think I took any video. You know, right down there is the first log yard. Right there's another kind of flattish area that was all grown up. Cleared it out. And Tim's actually back in that holler. Oh, back up in here. He's there down there right now cutting. I just heard him drop a tree. But you can see logging's rough on a place. We're gonna clean all this up. Clean it up. Some of this actually ain't too steep. I'm gonna end up clearing some of it, but just clean up all the loose brush and stuff laying around. And all these trees that are left, they'll be thriving. Now they can get some sunlight.